Hello everyone. All right, so in this video we're going to walk through creating our ad campaign. And so I'm just in my personal ad campaign. I don't run any ads through this account, but when you come to the business manager, so business.facebook.com, and you come to the ads manager, you'll land on this page where you'll be able to see all your campaigns and if it's delivering and a high level overview of some reporting. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this green create button. And once you click that, it comes to the creation screen. Now, the first thing that you have to do is choose your campaign's objective. And so you have to ask yourself, what is the goal of the campaign or the ad that you're making right now? You need to pick the right objectives so you're making sure that Facebook will optimize the ad for your desired end result. And so before you create an ad, really take into consideration what your objective is. All right, so let's just run through. There's three kind of silos when it comes to marketing objectives. There's awareness, consideration, and then conversion. So I'm going to quickly run through what each objective is. So for brand awareness, it's really about increasing the awareness of your brand by reaching people who are more likely to be interested in it. And then for reach, it's all about showing your ad to the maximum number of people, like one time, and then going back in and doing it again. Now, under consideration, you'll notice that there's more objectives here. And that's really where people are in that evaluation phase. And so when you choose traffic for an objective, that means that you want to send more people to a destination on or off Facebook. So that would be like a link click. Then there's engagement. So this is about getting more post engagements, page likes, event responses, or offer claims. And then there's app installs. So app installs get more people to install your app. That one's a little bit self-explanatory. The next one is video views. So you would choose video views when you want to get more people to view your video content. And then with lead generation, it's all about driving more sales leads, such as email addresses from people interested in your brand or business. And then there's messages, which is about getting people to send your business messages through the messenger. All right, so then you get to conversion. And so conversions drive valuable actions on your website or app. So that could be an actual purchase on your website, or it could even be a lead, like a form that someone submits, and that could be considered a conversion as well. Then there's product catalog sales. So this creates ads that automatically show products from your product catalog that's within Facebook. You can sync your product catalog if you have an e-commerce store on your website, and it shows those products based on your target audience. And then the next one is store visits. So this is about getting more people nearby to visit your bricks and mortar locations. All right, so some things to note. You need to be driving enough traffic to your website and getting enough conversions from this ad type to work properly. Otherwise, Facebook can't optimize the ad properly. So if you're getting less than 100 conversions per day, then you're better off choosing the send traffic to website objective. So that would be the traffic objective. All right, and so if you don't understand and choose the right objective, then you're going to hope for certain results and Facebook is going to optimize for something else. So you really need to think about your goals and what you want to achieve. If you choose brand awareness and you're really just looking, and so more people will become familiar with your brand, but really what you wanted to do was drive traffic to your website, choosing the brand awareness, Facebook would deliver that ad in a way that's what the objective is. So it's really important to think about what it is that you're hoping to achieve. All right, so for this ad, I'm going to click on traffic. And then here you would give your campaign a name. And so I like to use the same naming convention for all of the ads that we have in our ads manager. So for me, I would, put the name of the campaign, or actually, sorry, I put the year first. the name of the campaign, and then I put the objective too. All right. So once you click in, you can then be taken to your ad set. So remember how you can have a campaign that has an overarching objective, and then within it you can have multiple ad sets. And at the ad set level, you can make your budget, and you can also choose the people that you're targeting. And then once you have those set out, you can then create ads that lie within the ad set. So here it automatically adds this here, and what it's saying is that we're targeting Canada and people 18 above. That's just what gets put there automatically. If you click here, you'll be able to kind of rename this ad set and then create a name from existing info, that kind of thing. But we'll just call this fashion. And we'll make a fashion. So when you get to traffic, then you can choose where you want to drive your traffic to. And you'll enter more details about the destination where you want to send them later when you're creating the ad. But you have website, app, messenger, or WhatsApp. Now, this option here, dynamic creative, what you can do is provide individual assets like images and headlines and automatically generate optimized creative combinations for your audience. So this is if you wanted to be able to test different copy and different images to see which one resonates more with your audience. So if that was something that you want to do, you can do that here. And then this offer tab is about driving more conversions by creating an offer that people can save and get reminders about. So for this example, we are going to just go ahead and make a regular ad. So the next place you're going to go to is the audience, and this is where you define who you want to see your ads. Now, there's an option here to create a new audience. So this is what we'll do today. But then if you wanted to also add custom audiences that you've made or lookalike audiences, you could choose them here. Or if you wanted to use a saved audience, you could click here, use saved audience, and then you would see the audiences that you've saved previously. All right, so once you're in here, you're going to come down, and the first thing you're going to look at is locations. And so when you're targeting by location, you can target by your city, your postal code, your country, province, and there's a few different options here. So when you look here, there's 4 different options. So there's everyone in this location, and that's people whose home or most recent location is within the selected areas. Or the next one would be people who live in this location. And so this is people whose home is within the selected area. Recently in this location. So this is for people whose most recent location is within the selected area. And then people traveling to this location. So people whose most recent location is within the selected area, but their home is more than 200 kilometers away. All right. So we're just going to choose everyone in this location, and then you can come in here and start putting in where you want to target. So you can target, I'm just going to remove this. Sorry. All right, so then you can come in here and you can start choosing your locations. If I wanted to put Ontario, I could put Ontario, Canada. If I wanted to put Sault Ste. Marie here, which is where I'm located, I could pick Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. If I wanted to come in here and put a postal code, I could put a postal code as well here, and then you'll see that it's choosing the postal code. And then here under audience size, you can see that as we're putting things in, it'll show you if it's specific or broad, and you kind of want to be in this range. If it's too specific, you'll find that your ad won't get delivered as well, and it'll be probably more expensive because your targeting is too much. And then if it's at that broad range, what that means is it's probably too many people in this potential reach to really be able to get a targeted and defined audience. And then here, based on what your amount is set in terms of budget down below, we'll get to that in a minute, then you'll see what your estimated daily reach is and how many link clicks Facebook thinks that you're going to get. And you'll notice that it's quite a large range, and really a lot of that has to do with how people are engaging with your ad. All right, so once you come in here and you've selected this, so what I'll do is I'm going to come up here just because So you've come in here. Another thing that you could do is say we wanted to target P6A people, but maybe P6B is another type of, you can also exclude locations. So here are all the people, here's all the locations that are P6A, but then you could say that I don't want anyone in the P6B area to be targeted. So you could exclude locations as well. Once you come in here, one more thing with the locations is you can drop a pin anywhere on the map as well. So say your store was located at a specific intersection, then you can come in here and you can say that you can drop the pin on your retail location and then say that you want to reach people within so many miles, 1 mile all the way up to 50-mile radius. So this is good if you're in larger cities and you want to be able to just target within your actual region. All right, so once you come down, the next thing is age and gender. And a lot of people make assumptions about the age and gender, and it's best not to, because you never know who's going to actually buy. And so an example of this would be a gentleman that was looking to do retirement planning. Normally he would target his ads to 45 plus because he thought that those were the only people that would be interested in planning for retirement. But once we opened up the age category, most of the conversions were people in the 30 age range. And so they were just as interested in retirement savings as older people. So sometimes you never know. Same thing with if you think it's specific to age, sometimes the younger generation will tag a parent because it's relevant. So sometimes age isn't necessarily something that's really good unless you know that it's a program that's, very, very specific to an age, like a seniors dating club or something like that. But even then, you might want to open it up a little bit more. All right, so once you are done with age, then you can come in here and if you wanted to target by gender. Now, normally, if it's just a men's product and your ad campaign is written specifically for men, then of course you can target by sex, that's fine. Languages, if it is a specific language that you want to target, you could do that as well. And then down here is where you can start getting into detailed targeting and interest-based targeting. So this is my favorite kind of targeting, and you can really find people that are interested in what you're selling. If you haven't done the buyer persona worksheet, then I would definitely suggest doing that, because when you get to the sources of information section and you start marking down, gurus, websites they visit, those kind of things, you can search those interests and behaviors and demographics here so that you know that you're finding people that are most like your target market. And so you can find specific things that your target market is interested in. For example, if you had a natural health product, you could target vegans and choose larger sites that a lot of people that like yoga, that kind of thing, because if you mapped out your buyer persona, that would be the people and the interests that you would want to look for. And so here, let's just actually search veganism. And then we'll just say yoga. And so you can come in here and really start adding in interest that it's very detailed to the people that you're looking at. All right, so you have people that you've targeted. You can include people, you can also exclude people. Now, this is one of the new features where you can expand your detailed targeting to reach more people when it's likely to improve your performance. So that's just allowing Facebook to open up that targeting if they feel that it's going to improve the performance. Now, the next section is all about connections. When you can add a few different types of connections. So you can do people that like your page, right? And then you can choose friends of people who like your page, or you can exclude people that like your page. So if you were running an ad campaign that was specifically to get page likes, then you would probably want to exclude the people that like your page, but you might want to include friends of people who like your page. And so you can do a few different options there under pages. And then there's apps. If you have an app that you're promoting, you can choose to target people that use the app, friends of people that use your app, and then exclude people that use your app. And then there's events. So this is people who have responded to your event, and then exclude people who have already responded to your event. And so this would be good if you're running an ad campaign for an event and you are trying to get more event responses. You could exclude the people who've already responded, and then just run it to new, you'd be running it to new traffic. There's also this option here that you can do advanced combinations. So you can come in here then and choose friends of people who are connected to a specific page. You can exclude people as well. All right. And then when you're done, so not all of these are necessary, locations necessary, and a few of these are necessary, but the connections type is not something that you need to do in order to be able to complete the ad. This is completely optional. It's just another way to be able to target people. If this is an audience that you know that you're going to want to use over and over again, then when you're done creating that audience, you'll just want to click here and save audience. It'll show you what you've targeted, and then also you can give your audience a name. Once you do that, you would click save. All right, so then there is placements. So placements are all of the different ways and places that Facebook will distribute your ads. And so it's always suggested to do automatic placements, but if depending on your ad, you might decide that you don't want to include your ad in specific places. So here is a few different ways. So there's different platforms. So the first platform is Facebook. The next is Audience Network. And so Audience Network is the different websites that you can click out of from Facebook that allow their ads to be shown on their website, and that is their audience network. So it's their network of sites. Next would be Instagram. Facebook owns Instagram, and you could choose to have this as an option. And then there's Messenger. And so that's when people are in their Facebook Messenger, they would see your ad within their Messenger. Okay, so we've checked off all the places. I'm just going to check off Instagram as well, just so you can see that there are quite a few different places. So when it's recommended, when you choose the recommended, Facebook will just choose automatically where to place it and to maximize your budget to help show your ads to more people. And really that's just them being able to distribute to where they have space and where your target audience is. Okay, so in terms of placements, feeds get high visibility for your ads within the feed. So there's the Facebook feed, that's you just scrolling through your Facebook feed. There's the Instagram feed, which when you scroll over, Facebook will show you what their recommended size is. So for the Facebook news feed, they recommend square 1:1 images and vertical 4 to 5 videos. For the Instagram feed, it's the same thing. And then you come through, there's the Facebook marketplace, sorry. There's also Facebook video feeds where you can, within the feeds, once you start watching videos and you know how it goes to the next video automatically, you can be featured there. The Facebook right column, so this would be on when you're on a desktop and there's ads to the right in the sidebar. Instagram Explore, Messenger Inbox. So you can see here that it's the Jasper's Market there is an ad. All right, so stories. You can run Facebook stories, Instagram stories, and Messenger stories. Stories are a great way to, they're really doing well right now in terms of placements. We're doing really well with Instagram stories. All right, so in-stream videos. What this is when you're watching a video on Facebook and then all of a sudden, halfway through the video, there's an ad that starts. That is an in-stream video. And then there's messages. Send offers or updates to people who are already connected to your business. So you can send sponsored messages out. Now this, because we chose traffic, this isn't an option, but the next ones down are. So in article, instant articles. This is when people have content from publishers and they're engaging with that content and you having your ad within their instant articles, similar to the audience network. All right. So then there's apps and sites. So this expands your reach with ads in external apps and websites. So there's the audience network native banner and interstitial. There's also the network rewarded videos and then network in-stream videos. And so this would be on external apps. Now I am just going to come back to automatic placements. Now when you come down here, the next stage is the budget. So what you're going to do, link clicks is chosen because that's what we've decided here, but this is the optimization for ad delivery. So even though you're looking for traffic, there you can choose how you really want your ad delivered and how you want to pay for these ads. So link clicks is the most common when you're doing traffic. And so that means that Facebook will deliver your ads to the people most likely to click on them. Now, there is this other option here that's landing page views, and that's them delivering ads to people who are more likely to click on your ads link and load the website or instant experience. And so they're very similar. You can test which one works best for you. And so it's really up to you how you want to optimize your ad. And then there's impressions, which will deliver your ads to as many people as many times as possible. And then there's the daily unique reach. So they'll deliver your ads to people up to once a day. And so that's just trying to get new people seeing your ad every day. All right, so I'm going to keep this at link clicks. Now, this is optional, the cost control. You can say what you want to bid on in terms of cost for each link click. So if you only wanted to say pay $1 per link click, then it's just saying that that's what it'll aim to get the most link clicks and for the average cost to be more than $1 using the cost cap bid strategy. There are, so this is the cost cap, meaning that that's what the average cost they want it to be. The bid cap is best for controlling bids in the auction. So this is more like volume, and then this is bidding. So I'm just going to remove that. And then we go down to the budget and schedule. So there's a few options here. There's the daily budget and then there's the lifetime budget. So when you choose the daily budget, you can run the ad continuously starting today, meaning that it's just going to be evergreen running, or you can add a start and an end date. Now there's some difference of opinions in terms of should you put an end date, should you not. And so it's what we're taught is that you just have it set to run continuously starting today at your daily budget. And then when you want to turn your ad off, you would go in and turn it off. And people believe that that's because Facebook is going to continuously optimize in a way that will keep growing. And people feel like if you put the end date, that it kind of stunts that. There's also an option to do a lifetime budget. So you can say in the lifetime of this, I'm willing to spend $350. And then you can say what the start date and the end date is. You can set the times, and then it'll just tell you that your ad is going to run up until this time. And so it's up to you. If you do have a lifetime budget and you need to make sure that you don't spend more than that, then definitely you can come in here and do the lifetime budget. And then, but we typically set hours to daily budget and then run my ad set continuously starting today. All right. So when will we get charged? We'll get charged on impressions. You can do a cost per click here. It's up to you. So impressions is getting charged based on a per 1,000 impressions basis. So you might spend $10, a $10 CPM is you're paying $10 for every 1,000 people that see your ads. Where link clicks, the link click option would be that you get charged for every link click that you receive. All right. And so then there's the delivery type. This is just about pacing your spend. So you can, if we were capping the bid over here, we would be able to come down here and choose accelerated budget. But right now it's just standard. I would be worried about accelerated just because I wouldn't want Facebook to run my ad too quickly. And then just, when you do accelerated, you're just asking them to spend your money faster. I like to give the platform time to optimize. And normally, unless it's like a really last minute thing, I typically wouldn't choose accelerated. All right, so once you do that, then what you would go on to is you would click continue, and then you would come in and start creating your ads. And so I'm gonna end this video here, and in the next video, we're gonna look at creating your ads. See you there.